Hey guys, it's about that time to let you know that I've done a little book shopping. I needed it. Hey guys, if you are new here, welcome to the Book Path. I'm Nicole, and if this isn't your first rodeo, thanks for sticking around. I may have done a little book shopping, taking advantage of some sales. Some of these I needed for readathon, so I'm gonna go with that excuse for why I got them. But yeah, I did get some things. So let's go ahead and get into what is going to be appearing on my shelves in the future, as well as some future TBRs and readathons. So first up, I succumbed and I ended up getting F8 Inked in Blood by Danielle L. Jensen. I'd had my eye on this as one of my anticipated books of 2024. It sounded really good. I loved the sprayed edges. Inside you have I don't know if you guys can see it. I'll have to tilt it down, but there's like a little embossing of it looks like a shield. But basically you have a kind of Nordic Viking story where you have a girl where there's a legend told that a shield maiden will arise out of blood, and that through her a lord or a jarl will become king and unite all of Scotland or Nordland, basically all of the Viking clans. And you have Freya, who is, I think she's about 20, and she's married to like a good for nothing guy basically. And she has to keep it hidden that she has the blessings of one of the gods. And basically in this world, the Norse gods at times of conception and birth will give a drop of their blood, hence their power, to a mortal and kind of embrace them as their own. And she is one of these kind of children of the gods. And she keeps it secret because her father basically told her to, and she finds out later why, is that she is the shield maiden foretold. So this is kind of her story, along with a little bit of some possible romance, some just kind of her story, her rise, and how it's gonna go. So I am currently reading this for Magical Readathon. It was my team pick for both of my guilds, for the Mindwalkers and for the Crescent Moon. So that was kind of the final straw in me getting it, because I was kind of holding out to see, but has good reviews. It is for Magical Readathon, and honestly, it's a beautiful cover with the sprayed edges, and I'm liking it so far. So that is number one. To go along with that, I ended up getting Heartless Hunter by Kristen, is it Ciccarelli? I don't know how to pronounce the last name, so I apologize. But I had heard good reviews of this as well. This was also something on my watch list, so I ended up getting it along with the Fate Inked in Blood. Just kind of a basic cover, so nothing like crazy. But basically, as far as I know, this is kind of a witch and a witch hunter, enemies to lovers, romance, where the hunter might be hunting the witch. It's book one in the Crimson Moth. I don't know how many books are going to be in the series. But it sounded really good. I've seen some little blurbs and clips from it on Instagram. So I figured let me go ahead and get it and check it out. So I ended up getting that. Next, I was at the store, and obviously you guys know I'm the JLA junkie. Love the Blood and Ash, love the Shadow and Bone, love them all. And I ended up finding, I guess these are maybe new covers for this series, but I hadn't heard of it or read it. And this is the Harbinger series. And so I ended up getting all three. I ended up getting Grace and Glory, Rage and Ruin, and Storm and Fury. I mean, I love the little, covers. They're honestly really good. But basically, I don't know which one's first, so I don't want to give it away, but it seems like there are fighters and protectors and gargoyles and demons and wardens and all sorts of things, and supernatural war. So I liked it also because you don't really hear a lot of stories including gargoyles, and growing up watching the cartoon Gargoyles is one of my favorites. I was like, it hit a special part of my heart on that one. So we'll go ahead and see, but I do have all three, so that will be nice. Maybe I'll be able to do like its own video or something for these. Next up, I saw this in a discount store and I had to get it. Now, I am not the hugest Stephen King fan. Not that I don't like his work, it's just that it scares the utter living crap out of me. So I can't really read or watch a lot of it. I have seen a few movies, but I tend to be more partial to like The Shawshank Redemption and The Green Mile and like those stories because I really liked them. And he does have a great way of storytelling. But I found this one and I don't see it all that often, and that is Rita Hayworth and The Shawshank Redemption. This is what the movie is based on. And I find it funny that that movie is a long, really great movie, but the book is like literally that big. So I wanted to read it and see how it waits. It's been so long since I've seen Shawshank Redemption, so it's kind of so removed from my mind that I probably could read this without having much interference from the movie and then maybe go and watch the movie and see what happens. But yeah, I had to get it. I think it was like $2, so why not? The next one is my guilty pleasure because it's a total kids book, but I got it anyway because it's the Goonies. It's the Goonies and it's the Funko Pop Goonies, and I love the Goonies. I love it. I grew up with it. It's still a favorite with me, and I have to watch it like a few times a year, maybe like once a month, once every other month, but I love it, and it's just, they're cute. Come on. So that's going to be all in fun. That's just like a little guilty pleasure pick, and I love it. So next up, I ended up going to Target's buy two, get one free sale. I kept seeing I kept seeing that other booktubers were going to it, and I was like, do I not? And then I ended up thinking about the readathons ahead, and I was like, you know what? I need to look for some things and see what I can find and see if there's anything worth my while. And of course there was. So I ended up first and foremost getting the entire Hooked series, the Never Afters. So I got hooked, I got twisted, I got crossed, and I got wretched. And I think these are all the entire series. Oh, wait, there might be one. There looks like they're scarred. So I might be missing one. But I end up having all of these. I hope these in order. Otherwise, I'm going to have to go back and get the other one. But basically, this is your Peter Pan Hook retelling with age gap romance between, I'm believing it's Peter's daughter, Wendy, and Captain James Hook. But I think he's not a captain. I think he's like a bar owner or something. So we will be doing that one at some point. I've seen this. It's been on the back of my mind. And now I own a good chunk of them. But like I said, now I'm going to have to go and see, because now I'm thinking I missed Scarred, and that's gonna make me upset, and I'm gonna have to go and get that so that I read everything in order. That's just an excuse to buy more books, you know, that's what we're here for. So next I ended up getting Penelope Douglas's Punk 57. I've seen this advertised everywhere. A lot of people like talk about it. I don't know much about it, honestly. I think this was the one that I got for free, but it's like in 5th grade, Misha's teacher set him and his classmates up with pen pals from different schools. For the next 7 years, Ryan was his everything. She kept Misha on track and accepted him as he was. They only had these rules: no social media, no phone numbers, no pictures. There was no reason to ruin a good thing they had going until Misha ran across a video of a girl named Ryan online. He knew he had to meet her, but he didn't expect to hate what he found. Ryan has gone 3 months without a letter from Misha. Did he die, get arrested, knowing Misha like she does? Neither would be a stretch. She needs to know someone is listening to her, but really Ryan knows this is her own fault. She should have gotten his phone number or picture or something. As a mysterious vandal leaves messages around Ryan's school, she's possessed by the handsome new student who knows just how to hurt and heal her, but she can't stop thinking of Misha. He could be gone forever, or he could be right under her nose and she wouldn't even know it. Okay, so that's going to be interesting. Like, I'm wondering if Ryan like says something about Misha, like maybe exposes his secrets like online or something without knowing him, and then he finds out and like it becomes like kind of a revenge bully to romance thing. I don't know. That's out as I lose that. that's just kind of my thing, but we'll see how he goes. I'm like I said, I've heard good things about it. Next up is book 2 in this series, and this is House of War and Bone by Leah Stone. I have the first one, which is the House of Ash and Shadow, that I'm reading this month for Magical Readathon. But since this was part of the sale, I figured let's go ahead and get book 2, so that way we're getting closer and we have no reason not to keep going in the series, because as you guys know, finishing the series is something that I strive to try to do this year. I'm not going to read the back of it, only that I know that in the first book, it's a girl who she's cursed to where she feels like burning sensations in her skin all over her body when she touches somebody, and her father's dying, so she goes to like a healer or something, and he touches her and she's able to withstand his touch, so she's kind of fascinated by him. She goes off to like some school for people with powers, and the guy is like nowhere to be found, so she's kind of like that longing, that unrequited love, the magical powers, maybe she can cure her illness, and we'll go from there. But this is supposed to be the sequel in that series. I have no idea where it's going, but we're gonna finish it. Next up is Roshani Chakshi's The Last Tale of the Flower Bride. This one just seemed really interesting to me. I've never read Roshani Chakshi. I think I have tried to. I don't think I own any, but I think I've tried to in past readathons, and I just never got the chance to get to them in time. But basically it says, once upon a time, a man who believed in fairy tales was married to a beautiful, mysterious woman named Indigo Maxwell Castaneda. He was a scholar of myths. She was an heiress. In exchange for her love, Indigo extracted a promise that her bridegroom would never pry into her past. But when the couple returns to Indigo's childhood home, the House of Dreams, the bridegroom will soon find himself unable to resist. For within the crumbling manor's extravagant room lurks the shadow of another girl, Azure, Indigo's dearest childhood friend who suddenly disappeared. As the house slowly reveals his wife's secrets, the bridegroom will be forced to choose between reality and fantasy, even if doing so threatens to destroy their marriage or their lives. Through a tapestry of secrets woven in dangerous shards of truth, Chakshi crafts an atmospheric fever dream of a novel about love and lies, secrets and betrayal, and the stories we tell ourselves to survive. So it might have, like, I'm on edge because it feels like it could have some of those like gothic touches to it, and I'm not really a gothic person, but I've heard that Roshani Chakshi's writing style is beautiful, so I really want to try out a book, and I am kind of captivated by this, you know, the mysterious house, and I'm feeling movies. I can't think of the movie right now. If you can, let me know in the comments below, but it's the one with the actor who played Loki, and he has the sister, and he goes to marry the girl, and the sister's kind of so yeah. Take that what you will. Let me know if you catch on and put it in the comments below, but we're gonna go ahead and try that one. Next up is a book for the Reddit fantasy readathon. That's the year-long readathon. This one was for the fantasy that I believe it was romantasy, and the hard mode was to read a romantasy that had LGBTQ characters. And so for that one, I chose Madeline Miller's The Song of Achilles. I have read Circe, and I loved her writing. It was gorgeous. It illustrated the scenes beautifully, and it just kind of found its way to be captivating to me. So I'm very curious to see what she's going to do with The Song of Achilles, because I do know of Troy and the battle and Achilles and his lover Patroclus. So I'm curious to see how she tells the story and how she like emotes the two men in this. So that will be my pick for that. So you will be seeing this one up sooner than later. The last one that I got was also a pick, and I cannot tell you anything about it because that's defeating the purpose of getting it. This is also for the fantasy bingo board for Reddit, and it was to buy a cover book, and the hard mode was to just basically buy it solely on the cover without reading anything about it. You can only go off of the cover. So for that, I chose The House of Marion by J.L. because the cover, I mean, ignore the sticker, I'll be having to take that off. But the cover I thought was really great with the flowers and the sword, just my style. And the only thing on here for the cover that I can go with is dazzling and deceptive, the perfect escape, written from praise from Stephanie Garber, who wrote the Ballad of Never After series and trilogy, and I loved that. I know she also wrote Caraval, and I haven't gotten to that series yet, but I have liked her stories and writing, so having her praise this book, yay. But I'm not going to go into it because I can't go into it because it's supposed to be my cover by pick. So my cover by, yay. We'll both enjoy the surprise together on that one. But yeah, so as you can see, lots of books. So yeah, that is 16 new books, 17 if I end up finding that Scarred one, because now that has miffed me a little bit because I thought I had the whole series and apparently I do not. So yeah, but this looks like this is going to be probably it for my spring book haul here. That's what we're going to call this. And I will probably try to enact some sort of book buying ban on myself until at least the summertime. But let me know in the comments below if you have read any of these, if any of these stood out to you, if they're looking good. Also, let me know if you are taking part in the Reddit Fantasy bingo board readathon for the annual readathon there. Let me know some of your picks and what you've gotten. But yeah, hope you guys are doing well. Looking forward to these being on the shelves and then in the TBR so I can read them, explore them, enjoy them, and then obviously share them with you guys. But that's it. Hope you guys are doing well, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Bye.